opinion.
Yeah, she's trying to stay away from the racist topic because what had happened and shit, bro. That shit was hilarious,
a lot of you guys who have this opinion about
my opinion on that whole situation, bro. Should I go off my reaction on that shit? I was just like, she should have just stood away from that topic. Like, you know, she should have stood away from the topic and shit, knowing how the media is, and push back a little bit on his racist remarks. What's his name? Nick Fuentes. Push back on his racist remarks and shit. But do I think she racist? No, she's not racist.
about feminism being destructive.
Obviously, she wouldn't be racist, nigga. She friends with black people. The fuck she got black, bro? Obviously, she not racist. What the hell?
Feminism.
I don't think she racist at all.
The reason you're here.
No, it's not.
It kind of is though, because if we're being honest, the Equal Pay Act, women even getting into work.
I'm here because my mum is a hustler.
Okay, but who started the whole movement for women to even come out of the kitchen?
Can I ask you how it's benefited?
My mum was in the kitchen.
Most women prefer to be in the kitchen. They got all these boss bitches and all this extra shit, bro. When they 50 years, man, do y'all think these women really want to be a businesswoman for the rest of their life, bro? No, they not designed to work that damn long. They don't want to do that, bro. They just want to sit in their feminine, chill with the kids and shit and live their life, bro. See, whatever girl I do, she not working.
All of that, like who did all of that, and that's just recent.
I would prefer her not to.
Generations. I know, from what I know, my knowledge of feminism, in terms of the destructive feminism, came from Rockefeller?
I think it's always been destructive. I mean, even in the early days, they planned assassinations. It's always been freedom at the expense of men. Always.
Can I ask you?
Even like, let's take the vote. Like, the vote was one of the first things that we got, right? Would you agree that was a good thing? That women got to vote?
Yes.
Okay, but then women were not equally drafted. So if there's a war that breaks out, the men are the ones that have to go fight. So that's why women didn't want to vote, because they had to be drafted in order to vote. Because if you're voting for, in the U.S., it's the commander-in-chief who picks if we go to war. That's who you're voting for. So you have to have some skin in the game. So again, women wanted the freedom. They want to say, oh, let's vote. But they didn't get the responsibility that comes with it. In the U.S., selective service is up to $200,000 per year.
But you know what?
So if they don't enlist, basically, like if war breaks out and they don't sign up for the service, basically, they get fined $200,000.
But you know why women should still have a say? Because the same way that men are the ones that go to war that could get killed, it's the same way that women are then going to be left behind without a father at home or without a husband at home. So there's effects of war on both sides. That's why it shouldn't just be men making decisions. We're all part of this society. So if democracy is about people, we are all people. So that's why the vote makes sense. So yeah.
Well, I just think make it equal. Feminists want equality, then be equally drafted and go on the front lines. But then women say, oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay, well then, and it doesn't have to be about the vote. All of feminism is, I want special treatment. Because you always hear the feminists talk about, equal pay, even though we get paid more in a lot of industries. You never talk about equal pay in sex work. Why are women strippers paid more? Oh, no, let's go march. But nobody cares.
And this is why I find feminism to be completely contradicting, because women will say things like, I want to have equal pay, I want to be making this amount of money as men, and then the minute they find men that's making less money than them, he's a simp or he's soft.
Yeah.
Is very contradicting a lot of the times. You guys want equal pay, you guys want equal sexual liberation, and so on and so forth.
Women that talk about equal pay are lazy. It's usually, they just... I cannot stand women that complain about getting paid equal, because I've worked in so many industries that are begging women to work there. But they're hard jobs and women don't want to work there. I used to work in sales. They wanted female salesmen, but then the women would get the job and they would quit. It's just like, what are you?
My highest paid employee in all my companies is a woman. Straight up. And it's by a landslide. Just Christmas bonus alone was 30 grand. On top of her salary and all of her health benefits, her gym membership, her car, everything, and her travel. And the vacations I send her on.
Do you know what? Can I say something that is really cute about feminists? I think that feminists are just little girls that manage to do something and they're so excited and they just want people to say, yay, you, well done. Like,
no, but
no, I think that's what it is.
She produces the most too.
I know, but I'm talking about feminists, because I realize that sometimes I'm looking at these girls and say, oh yeah, what equal rights, we want this, we want that, and realistic.
Why the fuck you need society to pat you on your back for doing something good? What the fuck? What the fuck? You need society to pat you. Yay! I became a businesswoman. Pat me on my back because I became a businesswoman. Yay! Fuck, that make no sense.
You know, you just want the man to be able to say to you, oh, you're a G as well. Well done. And it's actually quite annoying because you don't need that validation. You know what I mean? Because for me, That's
you.
No, I know, and that's why I'm saying I don't like feminism.
But my thing is, most of the feminists that I've met are actually men, so I'm just a bit like men.
Yeah, because it's a mating
women
strategy.
And trans
it's a mating
women
strategy.
and men. So
of course they are. Those are the simps. The ones that go
and them niggas getting them some cootie. If you a nigga nowadays, bro, say that you a feminist and you agree with everything she say, nigga, you getting in them jobs.
placate to women and act like they want to be male feminists. Those are the simps.
Yeah,
they hate guys like us. They hate it.
So what's a guy like you?
It's white knight shit. A guy that lives by truth and just calls it how it is. And guess what? You know what that creates? That creates respect. And you know what respect means with a man and a woman? Love. You can't respect a man that you know is full of shit. You can't.
What are you talking? You said this wanting validation from men for being equal. You just wanted him to validate you for being able to fix a car.
No, listen. What?
Ooh, the contradiction is crazy. The contradiction is crazy, bro.
Why? Listen,
you keep talking about
the contradiction is crazy.
Do you know why you get Do you know why you're getting confused? Because you've already immediately labeled me to be a feminist. I'm standing against.
It's not about feminism. You said that feminism is wanting to get validation from men for being equal.
Let me clarify.
You got mad at him for not being able to fix a car, and we just all gave you put money up to go fix a car.
I got students like you. Let me explain why you're actually just looking for an argument. Because I'm saying
it's not an argument. I'm just trying to see the double standard. What you're saying.
Feminists are actually a bit confused, and they're screaming for so many things when in reality, what they're actually looking for is just, yay, well done. That's it. Because women can now go and do certain things.
Men go to
but what she just argued was what she just argued like 20 minutes ago was about the car of them putting up money and all this shit about fixing a BMW and shit like that, bro. That's contradicting, bro.
Work all day, every day, and nobody thanks them.
Exactly.
And it's a thankless world.
Listen, and that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Like
having a movement for it is quite pointless. Say well done to yourself, and it's okay. So I'm actually against feminism because it actually.
But she just said feminism was. What the.
She hinders me. I get called that all the time, and it's so annoying.
Completely agree with you.
Yourself there.
I'm not, because I'm already.
Yes, you are.
So why do we all put up money to go fix a car if you're not exactly what you just described?
Okay, and let me tell you why I am not a feminist in that essence, because that's what I want. I want just somebody to say to me, oh, by the way, I'm not, if I tell you that I can fix a car, oh yeah, cool, that's good. Well done to you, because I got skills.
Validation.
So
wait, listen.
She's seeking validation, bro. She contradicting herself. She doesn't even recognize it.
That's exactly what she's describing.
She'll get more respect and she'd be like, oh, okay, I get what you said. Okay, you're right. But she'll get way more respect if she just say that instead of trying to argue her way through everything, bro. She understands she wrong, bro. She just need to acknowledge that, bro.
I'm explaining to you the difference
she'll get my respect if she admits she was
what
wrong.
they actually really want. That's it. Because
so what do you want?
Well, I just want to be able to be somewhere, do something. Somebody say, yeah, that's really good. Well done.
So
and that's it.
basically
Give me the
That's the same thing. What the f? That's like 3 contradictions, bro.
Okay, no, I'm saying I'm belittling the fact that.
All right. Try take number 4, bro. Let's see if she can try to clean it up again.
Feminists will stand there and say, equal rights, we want all of this, when in reality you're just a sweet little girl that just wants to be like, well done, but they're angry.
And yet without all of those movements, you wouldn't be here.
No, you wouldn't.
Because 50 years ago, 50 years ago, dead ass. No, like without those women actually taking the logic upon themselves, using that logic, whether it was to do what men, what was the example that you gave when they were terrorists? Men have been known terrorists for a very long time. We're talking back to the 1700s.
Yeah, men being known terrorists keep your ass safe though.
But what outcomes has that given for women? Has that given us good outcomes? Are we happier? No. Or do we have more children? No. We're on antidepressants more than ever before? Yes.
Is this because of feminism?
We're more sexually promiscuous than ever before. We're in less relationships than ever before. More of us are childless over 30 than ever before. What outcomes has happened that are good? We can point to individual things and say, yes, we're on a podcast. That's fun. But in society, as a whole, what good has it done?
It got me to meet you. Oh.
Sim. But also the other issue with it is, at what point you're talking about 50 years ago, and that's how you've got to this point and everything like that. There's a sort of, but I believe there is an even playing field now in certainly in the UK. I think in the United States as well, Canada, all these Anglosphere countries. Right, I don't believe that women are now held back in any material way. Okay, in terms of the job market, in terms of opportunities, being an entrepreneur, etc., etc. So at what point? At what point? No, absolutely. Exactly. But absolutely. But at what point do we say, okay, right, now the conversation is closed? Because now we move.
But Troy, I would go even further and say that women have more freedom than men.
And that's where it becomes destructive, because it seems now that the power balance has shifted more into the feminine, and then guys are actually being disadvantaged now.
I do think that's the problem with modern day feminism. I think that everyone wants women empowerment, and I'm for women empowerment, but we can't pick and choose when we want feminism to take place. Say, for example, like, we want a man to provide for us and care for us, and some people might want to be a housewife, but then also you want the other side of it, and you want to take control in the relationship, or vice versa.
Yeah, but she doesn't really want that.
Like, it's not actually equal, because it's like, for example, certain areas of work, like a bin man, very few women want to be a bin man. They will say it's a man's job.
I would say zero.
Yeah,
probably.
They would say it's a man's job.
If you were to check the applications.
But then if you want to look at feminism, you guys want equality, but when it comes to certain jobs, you don't want to do them. When it comes to certain instances, you don't want to be involved in them, so it doesn't really...
I think feminists pick and choose when it benefits them.
No, but I think
something
I agree with that.
I think I would say.
I agree.
I think the issue here is you guys are not trying to, like, not you guys in general, but just like women who are like, I'm not a feminist, but everything that you've actually being made like and alive right now. I mean, and it's back to my point of the 50 years ago, 100 years ago, when your ancestors and your great grandmothers were sitting there in the kitchen, unable to do anything. Yeah, like feminism has benefited every woman.
She got dried up glue up chair.
In today's society.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would suspect those women are happier than these women currently.
And how are they happier? They're not even here.
I would actually prefer to be where women was in the 20s, because the pressure for me as a lady to work can be very exhausting. So when you sit here...
Bro, most women do not want to fucking work, bro. And there is nothing wrong with that. I don't know why feminism I don't know why they keep saying it, bro. Most women do not want to work, chat. Let's be honest, bro. And that's totally fine, because most men want to work to provide for their families. Women are good at other things. Men are good at fucking other things too, bro.
And say that, oh, this is the reason why I'm here today. Most women really don't. Most women, I'll be honest with you, we do all of this work, boss chick stuff, because of the pressure that this feminist woman has put on women to not be lazy and to get up and work. So when you sit here and say, oh, this is the reason why you guys are here, and da-da-da-da-da, most of us really don't want to be here.
Don't forget that you're black in the 20s. You won't have the same rights, my sister. In the 20s, you wouldn't want to be back then.
Wait, just to correct something, the first female millionaire was in the early, it was in 1900. So
yeah, the hair shop lady.
No, but everyone says they couldn't vote, or they couldn't work until like the 50s and 60s. But before that, there was a female millionaire. So someone did it.
That's nice.